In today's video, I'm going to take a look at some of the new functionality you find in AutoCAD 2025, specifically to do with blocks. So one of the new features with the block command is the bconvert command. And what this allows us to do is to create a block on the fly and save it into our block library. Now, why this is kind of nice is, say for instance, I've been drawing something, you've got maybe 20 windows, but you've drawn it initially with, arcs, lines, and circles, and then you copied and pasted it into the different positions where the window had to be, or in this instance, where these window frames have to be. And what a bconvert will do, it will convert all of those, say 20 window frames or 20 windows into block instances. Now, I'm going to take a look, in this video, we're going to show you how to do that. So first of all, I'm just going to take a look at these three blocks, and what you'll see is they consist of 5 rectangles, so 4 in the middle, 1 surrounding it. And then what I did was I made a copy out of these as well. So what I'm going to do is, if I go to bconvert, I'm going to select this first one over here, okay, press enter, and what you'll notice there, it just selects that first one there, but not the other two, okay, which is not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to select all 3, and at the bottom here say 3 in total. I'm just going to go press escape here. I'm just going to go and show you something on this. I'm going to go copy this object over here. I'm going to make 2 copies over here. Okay, then let's go back to bconvert and select our objects, press enter. You'll notice there it's now selected all 3, and at the bottom you get 3 total. Now, why is this? So I figured out what happens is because these are polylines, it doesn't select them. So if I explode this, and I'm going to explode all 3, okay, so you can see there now it is separate lines like that over there, and we do bconvert, it should behave as the 3 frames on the left hand side of here. Select, okay, but it doesn't, it still just picks up the 1. And what I figured out over here is that because it was copied initially as rectangles, it doesn't seem to work with the bconvert. So if I go and make copies over here now, and we go to bconvert, and I select this object over here, you'll notice there those 2 get picked up as well. Okay, so just something to note, that when you are using the bconvert, that it should be should be your arcs, lines, and circles, or individual lines, not polylines. Then you make copies, and then you'll be able to use the bconvert and pick up all instances of that block. So let's continue with the command. I'm going to press enter, and what it brings up is the block convert dialog box. And over here it says selection, convert all 3. Okay. Just review goes back to the drawing over here, and there I can now create a new block out of it. So I'm going to give it a block. I'm going to say, sort of frame 1, and I can just use the geometric center, which will be in the center of the big rectangle, or I can also then select a point on the block. So I can say bottom left hand corner over there. Okay, and what it does is then it picks up that XY coordinate, and I can say, well, I want it to be 1,000 and 950 and 0. So you can go put your own coordinates in there if you know the exact point that you want the base point to be. I'm just going to keep it at my geometric center and click on convert. Okay. So now when I select that, you'll see there that these now have been created into, or converted into, blocks over there. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is, because it's been created into a block, is it available for any other drawings? It should be. So I'm going to go to open up a new drawing, and if I go insert and look at my most recent blocks, okay, there isn't. And the reason for that is I haven't actually saved this drawing after I created the block. So I'm going to go and click on save. You'll notice it has saved. So you might, if you just rewind in the video, there would have been a little star next to the test name, which means that it wasn't saved. When I save it, that little star will disappear. So I go back to my drawing 6, and there should be some recent blocks over there. Let's go insert current drawing. Let's just do this quickly. So if I insert it, Let's go to recent blocks now. Okay, there we go. So I had cleared all my blocks, and that's why it wasn't showing up. They just put it in, and it's now a recent block as well as my drawing. So now I can go put in that test, and there once again you'll notice a little star next to my drawing 6, which means that I need to save it because it has got unsaved changes in it. And that is the new bconvert command in AutoCAD 2025. I think it is actually very useful, especially if you are maybe getting a drawing from someone else. You know, they don't use blocks, and you want to just quickly make these components into blocks so that you can work with the drawing and with the entities that reside in that drawing a whole lot quicker. Thanks very much for watching.